if I say
What's going on, everybody? It's Ron Brown, LMT, the People's Fitness Professional, alongside my co-host,
Mikey Fever.
And this is a New Yorker's perspective.
perspective.
We got the God, Be Original, back with us today.
All the positive people in the universe.
Peace to the God. Peace to the God.
Peace.
So on this day of born, we're gonna build on a few things. We got some questions for you. First off, how are you doing today, God?
Peace out. Today's mathematics is born, which is to be born into existence. Born is also to be complete. And I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great. You know, as good as can be, considering my day. I started 6 in the morning, 5, 6 in the morning, and it's continuously, and I'm still up. But other than that, I'm feeling good. I hope your brothers is feeling good too.
Feeling good. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
I just finished training. I'm like depleted of food right now, but I'll get some God jewel after this. Speaking of the jewels, people say God degree. I learned that it was God jewel because the God jewel comes from the 12 jewels.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
We say, I come from this era where I'm going to get some God degree. You're going to get some food. And that's basically it. That was the language. That's how we spoke. And I still speak like that. I'm going to get some God degree.
Gotcha.
That's peace. That's peace right there.
All right. I want to go with the knowledge question, or the first question. Why did Allah teach the black man is God and the black woman is the earth? And why don't we advocate the goddess teachings?
Well, as far as the goddess teachings go, we're not dealing with Greek and Roman mythology. We're dealing with a long world manifest reality. And in the solar system, the 9 planets, 8 of them have Roman and Greek gods' names except the Earth. Because the Earth is a unique planet. It's a one-of-kind planet. And the black women in the 5% nation are unique women. They're one-of-a-kind women. And what makes them unique is that they sincerely love Allah's mathematics. And that separates them from the other women on the planet and other schools of thought. They sincerely love Allah's mathematics and they live it out. Personally, I would rather have an earth built on the earth, because who better to speak about the earth than the earth?
Right.
But as far as Allah teaching the black man is God, he saw the reality of the lessons that the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was giving out to the Muslims at that time. The first degree in 1 to 10, who was the original man? The original man is the Asiatic black man, maker, the owner, creator of planet Earth, father of civilization, the God of the universe. And he saw the reality in that. I'm the black man, I'm the God of the universe. So that's what he was teaching to the 5%ers.
That's peace right there. I have a question for you. What are the usual relationship customs in the 5% nation, and do 5%ers get married?
Well, we don't have no customs, relationship customs. Basically, you the God, you out in the universe, meet a young lady. She don't have knowledge herself. Today's mathematics is born. You bring her into existence, give her the knowledge of herself, and you teach her, and you make her the owner, people of planet Earth. She becomes your Earth. We don't have no dating customs, none of that. You meet a sister, you teach her, and she revolves around you. She becomes your Earth. As far as marriage, back in the 60s, Allah taught that not to get married under the government. And that's all from what he said about that, that's all we learned. We never got a full explanation as to why not to get married under the government. But in this day and time, that was 50 years ago. In this day and time, you might have to get married for business purposes, insurance, insurance purposes. And when people go, you get sick, somebody, your spouse gets sick, or you get sick and you go in the hospital, the insurance is going to cover, the cost of medical is very high. So, in order to get the insurance coverage, you may have to be married to a woman in order for her to get the insurance coverage. And if something happens to you as a man and you return to the essence, and you don't want nobody fighting over what you leave over, so it automatically goes to your woman, and or your children. But that's what I'm saying. From this day and time, you may have to do it for business purposes. But as far as the law taught that we shouldn't get married under the government, he said the best marriage, Universal Shamgar wrote in the Son of Man publication that the best marriage is marriage of the minds. When two minds become one for one common goal, which is to live out mathematics.
That's real right there, and that's a fact. That has to be taken in consideration.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
for
the
sure. Bible said you have to be equally yoked. And,
I was just talking about that, God. I want to go more into relationships a little bit because we all have experiences with relationships, and I was talking to brothers and and sisters about the importance of being equally yoked. A lot of the time we meet sisters who don't have the knowledge of themselves, and it's harder to teach them at times.
Yes, it is.
And now and a lot of the time the sisters gravitate to you because of your magnetic. You teach them, they kind of like reflect your light, and then when the relationship doesn't work out, they no longer reflect that light. They're like on their own, and if you have children with them, then you have extra, you have problem. Now you have more problems.
Right. Well, that's because they wasn't in the nation for themselves. They was in the nation for you.
Right.
They didn't come, on their own to get the knowledge for themselves, for themselves. They got it because they was in a relationship with you. And when the relationship went the other way, they went the other way. A lot of sisters go back to the church, they go back to the mosque, or they go back to the streets. Our lessons tell us a savage is one who lost the knowledge of himself and lived a beast life. And when they lose the knowledge of themselves, they go all the way left. A lot of brothers and sisters, they go all the way left and stuff. But usually that happens when a sister, she's not here for the nation, she's here for you. And that's what happens sometimes.
Right. So now in this climate that we live in now in 2024, I would assume, well, for me anyway, relationships would be even harder to have, especially when you have knowledge of yourself. Because the women nowadays, or all, not only women, but we all have like more distractions with social media, and we have access to more corruption, if you will, right? So it makes it hard for us to maintain relationships nowadays. So I mean, I don't know if you have any suggestions, or any thoughts about that.
I'll be telling my sons, I'm glad I'm not y'all ages in this day and time. I'm glad I'm not out there looking for a woman in this day and time. Because the women now the young women, they have options. They have too many options, So as far as trying to be dedicated to one man, that's going to be hard to come by. Once again, in the Bible, it says the virtuous woman is hard to find, because the virtuous woman is in the house. She's not going to be running the streets. So you're not going to find her because she's already locked down with somebody that snatched her up off the streets and stuff. But I'm equality knowledge. I'm 61, so I'm not out there looking for a woman. And I'm not out there on the streets to see what the flavor of the women is. I see from social media, and I'm like, man, I'm glad I'm not in the streets. I'm glad I'm not young no more. And then another issue with being young, looking for a woman, is you don't know who's a woman and who's not. Because a lot of the transformers, they look like women. They look like women and stuff. But the solution, a young brother with knowledge of self, Well, aren't too many young brothers knowledge of self. That's a problem too. Aren't too many young brothers knowledge of self to give the young sisters knowledge and stuff. But solution is knowledge of self. That's always been the best solution, and this day and time is still the best solution. Ain't nothing changed. Knowledge of self the best solution. Once again, the lesson say, why isn't the devil set on the best part of the planet Earth? The best part of the planet Earth is the woman is her mind, not her vagina. And if the devil set on her mind, she's gonna be living out devilishment. If you give her the knowledge of God, she's gonna be building positive.
That's peace right there. But before you go any further, Ron, give him a round of applause for that one right there, man. Well, he just dropped some realness right there. That was Now, for real, what he said, because knowledge of self, it goes a long way, because you don't know what you're gonna fall into nowadays, both men and women.
Right.
People with mental issues. They could have drug issues. They could be scorned from their past.
Yeah, scorned from other men. There were good women that did wrong, and they went another direction. And it's a lot of issues, and everybody comes with baggage.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody comes with baggage.
Even the social media thing too, as
even
you said,
us, we come with baggage.
The social media thing too, as you said, like you go on there, like nothing is even sacred anymore. It's just like it's all out there. You just like, damn, like
I saw a video where some sisters, they was asking them, "Did you ever cheat on your man?" And they was like, "Yeah," with a big smile. "Yeah, I cheated on my man. I had sex with his father. I had sex with his brother." And, it was like,
what?
Yeah. It was crazy.
Sheesh.
And it was all young women, young sisters. There's too many options for them now. It's too many options for them and stuff.
That's why I think this is my solution. Now, this is my perspective, New Yorker's perspective. I think the only way for men, younger dudes, you got to get chiseled. You can't only have knowledge of self. It's not enough.
No, right.
Because it's too many options. But knowledge of self is number one for sure. Right? Knowledge of self and wisdom too. Your wisdom got to be sharp.
And you got to have money.
Wise. I was getting ready to say that. So your wise. I was getting there. So your wise words. Your wise words got to be like water flowing. You know what I'm saying? And also money. I was getting ready to say money. And you got to have a chiseled body, man.
Yes. You got to have the mental and the physical.
Depending on what type of sister you run into, she might be like, "Yo, you got to fly me out." She ain't not with the dinner date. She's like, "Yeah, that's all cool and all that, but you fly me out."
Yeah, in this day and time, going on a dinner date, it's not enough. You got to take it to another level. Especially if you at a certain age, you in your free cipher years, understanding cipher years, going to the movies is just not enough. Unless that's what a sister wants. You find a sister like that, that's rare. But just going to the movies and having a dinner date, it may not be enough.
Right. For that.
Indeed. So I want to go into the next question. Why are Earths required to wear 3/4 of cloth?
Well, the Earths in the 5% nation, they cover themselves 3/4. That symbolizes the Earth, the actual Earth that we live on, is 3/4 of water. That's 75% water and 25% land. So they expose 25% of their skin, and the 75% is covered. And that's the refinement. That water is a refinement. So they cover themselves, 75% of their body's covered. It should only be revealed to their man in their home. So that's why the Earths wear 3/4. And also 3/4 is understanding the culture. It's one thing to dress the culture, but you got to have understanding of the culture.
Right.
Yeah.
So when is that? Now this is kind of like off the cuff a little bit, but when is that when can the Earths be flexible? Like, can the Earths, at some points not being 3/4 in the public, or is this just 3/4 is like that's just what you're supposed to wear? That's how you're supposed to.
Well, that's the
present
standard
yourself to the world.
that's the standard dress for Earth, but it depends on her God. It depends on her God. He don't make an owner of that. Not saying he's the owner of her, but she revolve around him. It's up to him if he allows her to wear pants and stuff like that. Then that's on them. That's on them. I have nothing to do with another man's earth.
So, but what if the earth doesn't have a man?
Well, then she has to rotate on her own axis and be the earth in 3/4 at all time.
Yeah. Beautiful, bro. That's big, sharp. Now it's true what he says, because with the whole dress code thing, she could be seeking validation from the outside, compliments, and depending on whether the brother has knowledge of self or not. If he's walking the streets with her, it could also bring wrong attention. Right. Because therefore he has to go out there and defend her honor. Somebody who out there will say something disrespectful. And, a man, his pride, is gonna be like, hold up, what you doing? And something violence turns out.
Right.
Or it could also attract creeps and perverts out there that may want to do harm to her.
Right. Especially in this society. In this society right now, there's a lot of perverted individuals and stuff like that. And a sister wearing something provocative, she can get attacked. A brother might want to touch her, say derogatory things to her, and stuff. And when we tell a woman that she shouldn't dress like this or like that, we're not trying to control her, because that's what a lot of sisters say. I don't want to be controlled. We're not trying to control you. We're trying to protect you. Trying to protect you from this world. The world is not ready to see you walk down the streets with shorts on. And you want to protect yourself. You want to cover yourself up as a woman. You don't want a man to be attracted to your physical. You want him attracted to your mental. Once again, that's your best part. Best part of the earth is the mind. So you want a man to be attracted to your mental, your character, is who you are, and how you carry yourself, how you respect yourself. But if you got to use your physical to attract the man, it's not gonna last.
Attract the wrong type.
Yeah.
Right. So I have a question. The brother Ron's probably a good example right now. What does the crown with the tassel symbolizes? Like for God wearing the crown.
Well,
wait, before you get to that, I don't mean to cut you off. I don't mean to cut your wisdom. Before we get to the crown, I have to ask this question, because we're still dealing with 3/4 of cloth. Now I wanted to ask, are gods allowed to wear what they want? Can they walk around with their shirt off?
No, I have a story. It was 1986. It was a very hot day. I was how old was I then? I was 22, 23, something like that. And I was riding a bike. I had no shirt on. And some older guards coming down, they were selling balloons. They had the crowds with all the balloons. There's about 3 of them. They was coming through my block. And they had flags on. I rode up to them. I was like, peace, God, peace, God. They're like, peace, God, what's your name? And I told them my name. And one of them said, where your shirt at, God? I said, it's in my back pocket. He said, put your damn shirt on right now. And I put my shirt on. So that's, because, I'm riding around no shirt. That's like I'm a savage somewhere, But now we're not going to dress anywhere we can. We want to carry ourselves looking sharp at all times and stuff, If you look at a law, in the 60s, everybody wore suits, ties, hats. A lot of the elder guards from the head of Medina, they always wore hats, leathers, shoes, shirts, slacks, stuff like that. But the answer to that, we just can't dress any way we want to. You want to carry yourself in a civilized manner. You want to dress yourself in a civilized manner. You want to keep yourself sharp looking sharp at all times. Because when you say you God, when you say you're the all-eye seer, all eyes are seeing you. And when you say you God, you definitely have the world looking at you. And you got to come through looking good. Because if you want somebody to come into this and you a bum, and they're going to be like, am I going to look like you if I come over there? I don't want to look like that, So you want to keep yourself sharp. And like I said before, one of the things that attracted me to the guards when I was young, they always stay fly. It was fly. Leather coats, Kangos, British Walkers, Adidas, jewelry. It was always fly and stuff, you know. So we want to keep ourselves looking good at all times.
Right.
That's a fact. As they say, cleanness next to godliness.
That's what it exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Gotcha,
So,
man.
so going into the. All right, go ahead, Mike. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, we like to know, what does the crown with the tassel symbolizes when a god wears that?
The crown, you know, the crown. When I was young, I never got a direct signs on the crown. All I know is, and I probably know a lot of brothers felt the same way. The crown was just fly. You matched it up with your clothes that you was wearing, with your Pumas, with your Adidas. You matched it up with your crown, with your clothes that you was wearing and stuff. But I've learned, you know, throughout the years, I've learned that, that the crown, you know, and peace to God, K. Mel, you know, he's one of the brothers that gave me the signs of the crown. You know, first of all, king wears the crown. If you know yourself to be the king of your kingdom, you're gonna walk around with a crown, you know, and the crown could be your mind, you know. But the you know, and keep in mind that only the gods wear crowns. We don't wear kufis. Muslims wear kufis. We wear crowns, and the top part represents the sun. It represents the sun, you know, and the tassel at the bottom of the ball is a ball. That represents the earth, and the tassel represents the speed in which the earth is traveling, 1,037 and 1/3 miles per hour around the sun. You know, that was the sign that was manifested to me. And once again, peace to God, K. Mel, for giving me that signs and stuff. You know,
That's deep. That's
it may be other signs out there on the crown, but that's the signs that I got. You know.
Yeah, that's the science I got from about the crown as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So we all, you know, and that's that's knowledge. That's the knowledge letter. It's letter K, King of Kingdom. So when you know yourself to be the king of your kingdom, you walk around with a crown on your head.
It's deep right there. Peace.
That's peace, God.
Peace.
Now going to the power question. What's the difference between a parliament and a rally?
Well, when I got the knowledge, I always go back to when I got the knowledge. I never heard of a parliament. It was always a rally. You going to the rally? You going to the rally? I'm going to the rally. Yo, the rally tomorrow. And back then, the rally was mandatory. You know, if you didn't make it to a rally, you had a lot of questions to answer. They'd be knocking at your door, boom, 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 boom. Why ain't come to the rally? You know, but yeah, years later it started. You know, it was parliament. You know, the parliament and the rally have two different definitions. In our nation, a rally and a parliament is the same thing. You know, but a parliament is where in a nation, a group of leaders come together to set down laws, rules, and regulations for that nation. You know, a rally, you go to a rally for a group of people come together to protest some kind of injustice. You know, you have rallies for police brutality, for abortion rights, and things of that nature. So their meanings have two different meanings, but in the 5% nation, a rally and a parliament is one and the same. You know.
All right. I learned something different. I learned that a parliament is where the gods and earths come and talk more about nation business.
Right. Like I said, people coming together to set down laws, rules, and regulations that includes nation business. Yes.
But from what I learned, a rally isn't that doesn't happen in a rally.
All right.
Like for instance, parliaments that happen, you know, at the end of every month, that last Sunday of the month.
Right.
And then there are parliaments that or there are rallies or parliaments that happen in the summertime in Medina.
Right.
So I've been to a rally in Medina before, but I don't remember nation business spoken about then. But that was a while back, so I don't know.
Well,
so the rallies in Medina, they talk about nation business the same way they would in a parliament in Mecca.
Right. The rallies in Medina, it's outdoors. So
Yeah.
people are scattered about, having their own little side ciphers and things of that
Right.
nature.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And, you have in June, July, and August. Now, in July rally in Medina is Children's Day. That's a Children's Day party. You bring the children. They give out shirts. There's food. There's games. There's toys. And at Children's Day, nobody's allowed to sell anything. You know,
Mhm.
everything is free. The August Parliament, the Law You Guard Parliament, that's the Universal Shamgar Parliament. That's the last Parliament of the summer. That's a bill destroyed Parliament. And that part, it's a lot of building in that Parliament, a lot of building. And in that Parliament, you see a lot of elders. So Universal Shamgar had a lot of love. Like a lot of elders had a lot of love for him. And as we all do, And I was fortunate to meet him, when I first got knowledge of self and stuff, and myself and the guards that was with me when we met him, we was in awe, like, oh, that's Sam God. He designed the flag, and stuff.
Mhm.
Um,
That's peace right there. So I have a question for you. What is the history and science behind the universal flag, and how does one earn the universal flag?
well, the history behind the universal flag, it was designed by Universal Shamgar Allah,
Mm-hmm.
one of the firstborns in Medina.
Got you.
And from what I read, what he wrote about universal flag, he loved just doing the science of the universe and things of that nature. And he
Mm-hmm.
loved to draw. And the flag was designed in 1966. He took it to Mattawan to show it to Allah, but the authorities wouldn't let him in with the flag.
Wow.
So when Allah came home in 1967, that's when, according to what he wrote, Allah saw the flag. He took one look at it. He said, "That's it. That's our universal flag right there." Now, in order to wear universal flag in this day and time, and when I got knowledge, you have to know 120 lessons.
Oh.
You have to know 120 lessons. When Allah was here, I don't think you had to know, you have to know 120 lessons. Because from what I've read, the law was giving out flags. Mayor Lindsay had a flag. Barry Goddard had a flag. Politicians that were helping the nation out, he gave those brothers flags and stuff. You know, but at this day and time, you must know 120 in order to wear the flag and stuff.
And who
And you have to, okay, go on.
Yeah, so I wanted to ask who implemented that requirement. Do you know?
I don't know. When I came in, that's how it was. you
Okay.
know, that's how it was and stuff. But you also have to know the flag too.
Yeah, I was getting ready
or
to say that too.
you also
Exactly.
have to know the flag.
Yeah.
What the points mean, the colors on the points, the seven, the star, the moon, the white background. You have to know all of that. You know, um, you if brothers want knowledge of self, if you want to know the science of the flag, just reach out to any guard in your area, and you know, me personally, in order for you to get the science of the flag, you have to be a 5%. I just want to put it out there so everybody just walking around with the science of the flag, call himself a 5%. You know,
Oh, I was getting ready to explain how I see the flag, but I'm not going to do that then. Yeah.
I only go by Shamgar's definition. I've seen the plus degrees on the flag that went into astrology and astronomy and the moon, and I'm like, okay, no, I'm dealing with Shamgar. He's the designer and the maker of the flag, so I'm going with what he wrote. So,
All right. I mean, the points of the rays of the sun that would signify the 8 points of awareness. Do you agree or disagree?
well, that's not what Shamgar wrote.
All right.
The 8.0% is rays of the sun, showing and proving the speed and distance that the truth is capable of traveling throughout the universe. You know, but some people, drew it up as representing the 8 sets of lessons.
Yeah.
You know, but when he drew that flag, there weren't 8 sets of lessons. So it can't be represent the 8 sets of lessons.
Ah, that makes sense though.
But what he wrote, it represents the rays of the sun.
All right. So let's go into the next question. Is the most important part of the teachings the supreme mathematics in alphabets or 120 lessons?
Well, most definitely the foundations, supreme mathematics. Supreme mathematics is the key to unlock all doors.
Mm-hmm.
120 without supreme mathematics would just be Muslim lessons.
Exactly.
Mathematics makes those lessons walk and talk. And we before we even get to 120, mathematics tells us who God is. So before you get to 120, mathematics tells us who God is. But mathematics is the key to unlock all doors in the universe. Mathematics is the law and order of the universe. So mathematics is definitely the most important part, because mathematics is what gives you supreme realization itself. Mathematics.
That's a fact.
That is a fact. So, Mike, you were ready to say something? I'm gonna go after whatever you got to say. I'll go after you.
Now I'm saying the mathematics. I see, brothers, you can resolve a lot of life situations with that. As you say, come to realization with certain things, adding, subtracting. You understand? Deducing to the one, the one number, the one key.
Right. Oh well.
Yeah.
Big controversy right now about that.
Yeah, I get, but it's like you're taking to me, it's taking all aspects to find that one answer. So it's like I get what you're saying. It's controversial, but
to me, no controversy. The mathematics goes to knowledge are born back, so we go back to the foundation. There are no two whole numbers in mathematics. Because they go from 1 to 9. Now it's born, and when then we go back.
It's compound numbers, but as you said, let's just leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, the brothers that don't want to say it, that's their prerogative. I have no issues with that, whatsoever.
Exactly.
Well, for me, it's real simple. Simply put, the mathematics is good, orderly direction.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Ooh. Yes, it is. I got that. I got what you. I got you,
Ron. I got that from the nation, Mikey.
No, that makes sense. I'm like, ooh, I like that one.
Because people live mathematics whether they know it or not. Because before you cross the street, you do the knowledge. You look, listen, and observe.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. That's why knowledge is first. That's the first thing you do before. Yeah. If you're gonna cook something, you gotta have the knowledge of what you're cooking, or how to cook it.
Exactly.
Right.
Yo, I want to add on to that too. There's this movie that just came out. It's on Amazon, The Book of Clarence.
Yes.
It's like Jay-Z, I think, spin on the whole 13th disciple, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's a part in the movie where he kept saying knowledge. First they were like, you're not full. He kept saying knowledge is everything. Once you have knowledge, can nothing restrain you back. There's no oppressors, nothing.
Right. I got to do the knowledge to that myself. I saw the preview. I saw the trailer.
Yeah, it's pretty deep, man. Dropping a lot. I'm like, hold on, this sounds too familiar.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. This is why. Another reason why I wanted to do this podcast, because people think they understand the teachings, but they really don't, and they make mistakes that the 5% nation really don't like. For instance, I don't know what that film is about, but the first thing I heard was Clarence. Now, when I heard that, I said, oh no. If this movie is about the 5% nation or has some kind of similarities to maybe show respect to the nation, that's the last thing you want to do is call the father Allah Clarence.
Right. Yeah,
Yo, what was the father's mother's name?
Mary.
Mary. That's his mother's name. All right. In the movie, all right. Yeah, it's just watch it.
Was it Mary?
Now that you're saying that in the movie, her name's not Mary. It's Amina. But they saying why he became the 13th disciple. Just watch it. Then what we talking about right now, you're gonna see this. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. You're gonna see
similarities.
Yeah. You can see the similarities. Like, oh, he flipped it.
Yeah, I gotta do a knowledge to it. I definitely. I saw the trailer. You said
I
it's
don't
on
want to ruin
Amazon?
it for the people, but he's a dude that came from poverty. Christ is in the movie with him. The Christ is in the movie with him, and he see his brothers following the Christ, whatever the case may be. But he's like he's a street dude in that time, and he picked up the lessons, and it's deep. Watch it, bro. It's like, oh, okay, I see what's going on. Jay's not playing out here. I see what he's
You said
doing.
that's Jay-Z?
Jay-Z's behind that movie, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
I saw I saw him on one of the names that popped up and stuff. Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I think he probably funded it or something. But
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna do a knowledge to it. Definitely gonna do a knowledge to it.
Check it out, Ron.
I see brothers on social media speaking about it.
Yeah.
They,
Some
they,
God.
they say it's a must see. So I'm doing knowledge myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see what he's doing.
So my educator, Kadeyu Allah, likes to use this word cross-pollinating when it comes to, building on supreme mathematics and 120 combined. Okay. So I'm using that term for lack of a better term, right? So without cross-pollinating supreme mathematics with 120, it's not a lost teachings, correct?
What does pollinating mean?
Basically bringing things together.
Okay. So say the question again. Ask the question again.
So without cross-pollinating supreme mathematics with 120, it's not a lost teachings. So basically we build on supreme mathematics and then we go from supreme mathematics to the alphabets and then we go in through the 1 to 10 and we take it all the way through whatever degrees you're on, or go to the meat, which is the 1 to 40.
Right. So he's saying without going through the proper math alphabets?
Without going through math and one in whatever degree it is that day in a 1 to 40, it's not a lost teaching.
No, because it'll just be Muslim lessons. It will just be Muslim lessons. If you don't, without the math, it'll just be Muslim lessons and stuff. And without the math, he won't bring out the reality or the understanding, a clear understanding of that lesson without the math. Like I said, without the math, it'll just be Muslim lessons.
Right. Exactly. So I think that's where people get it misconstrued, because they pick up 120 from the internet, or they're not properly taught, and then so they know they have all this information on cap, but they don't know how to make it come to life.
Right.
And they get stuck in degrees in 120.
Well, we always say, understanding is for the 5%. You have some people that have the knowledge, but they're not 5%ers because they don't have the understanding of what the law taught. A lot of people in this day and time, they just have knowledge, but they're not 5%ers. And like you say, they just have the lessons on cap, and they take lessons on face value. You got to kill 4 devils. They actually think you got to go out and kill 4 white people. No, you kill the 4 devils: envy, jealousy, hate, and lust within you. So they don't have the understanding to these lessons. So they walking around with Muslim lessons in their head, basically.
Right. So I want to go into but one thing, one degree I do take to heart and literal is the 11th degree in the 1 to 14.
Have you not heard your words of bond because to whom or what? Yes, my word is bond, and bond is life. I should give my life for my word shall fail. That's we used to say, once you get past that degree, whatever you say got to be bond. And stuff. And
so you don't have to say like word is bond, God.
No, once you get past that degree, because because you're not held accountable for what you don't know. But once you know, you're held accountable. And me myself, I always try to live up to my word. You know, if I say I'm gonna do something, if I can't do it, yo, brother, I can't do it. I'll give you a call. I can't do it. No, but if I say I'm gonna do something and I don't do it, and I don't give you a call, and then your word failed. You know, and once your word fail, people gonna look at you sideways. You know,
Yeah.
like nah, his word failed before. I can't rock with him. I can't trust him. You know,
Yeah.
stuff.
I
So
got you.
I always strive to the best of my ability to live up to my word.
Right.
I hear that. I want to say with the lessons, right? It somehow makes you a scientist. You become a scientist somehow with it,
Um,
because you start looking at things from all different perspectives.
yes,
Like when
yeah,
you read the certain lessons, like that the degree when they say the Earth is 23 million square miles of Earth used by the people. Forgive me for
useful land,
useful land, right?
useful land.
And I was learning this, like the Earth also symbolizes the woman, so that's a 23 chromosomes, you know, man, and woman and man. I'm like, okay,
Right. You
I'm like,
know,
okay,
and,
that makes sense. Like scientifically, you sitting there and start,
right.
you know,
And we used to say, you know, that's the seventh degree, and
mhm,
23 million square miles used by the original man.
mhm,
You know, God, wisdom, and his understanding is useful land. That's you, your woman, and your children. That's useful
mhm.
land. Because if you remember the Wu-Tang record, it's
Yeah,
yours. See here,
yeah,
Yeah.
respectful man.
yeah.
It's yours. 23 useful land. It's yours. You know, that's how we broke it down back then. That God, wisdom, and his understanding, that's useful land to build on. You know, meaning
Uh,
you, your babies, and your woman and your babies. That's useful land we could build on and stuff. See,
yeah,
this is how we draw the lessons up with mathematics and stuff.
that's real. Because some of the with the lessons, you could also cross reference historical points. Sometimes you look like, yeah, really, really broaden your perspective, and
Yeah, when
really
you get
look past it. Yeah.
120 covers oceanography,
Hmm.
geography,
Hmm.
Yeah.
uh, astronomy,
Yeah.
meteorology. You know,
Everything's there.
covers measurements. You know,
Hmm.
and
Mathematics,
genetics. You know,
arithmetic.
it covers a whole 120 covers a whole lot. You know, the elder god once told me, look, everything is a 120, and everything that like once I heard that, everything that happened in my life, I always drew it up to 120. I was
Mm.
something in 120 is telling me about this situation I'm in right now and stuff. You know,
Yeah.
And that's living according to the culture though.
exactly. Yeah, that's a
Mm.
culture. You know, that's our teachings. You know, that's our teachings. So we always go back to our teachings, to get us out of situation. You know, or to make sense out of situation. Or and we predict our history in advance. You know, we look at if we're going to do something, we predict what's going to happen down the road. Okay, if I do this, this is going to happen. If I do this, might happen. You know, so we predict our history in advance. So, see, that's how we draw these lessons up. You know,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, how did you get the name Be Original? I think we went over this. Did we go over this?
yeah, yeah. Well, like I said, I'm the black seed. You know, and
The
B is to
original, right?
exist. Original is first. First to exist is the black seed, knowledge seed. Knowledge is always first.
Mhm.
So I'm be original, you know, and that's my
Yeah.
character. I'll be original. You know.
Yeah. I remember he said that in the last episode, and I know you said that your nationality, your family's from Honduras.
Honduras, yes.
Have you ever tried to go back to teach some lessons out there?
No, I haven't been. Last time I was out there in 1978. I was
Oh,
14, 15 years old, something like that. You know,
yeah,
once I started having children and working, I
yeah,
haven't
yeah,
had time to really. But I retire in 6 years,
yeah, man.
so I'm definitely because I still have family out there.
And go out there, go dance some salsa, all that good stuff.
Well, their dance out there is called a punta,
Oh, okay,
Punta, and it's from
okay.
the Garifuna. I don't know if you're
Oh,
familiar with the Garifunas. They
her, 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 I heard of them, the indigenous tribe, something like that.
Right.
Something.
They speak a language from African dialect mixed with the Carib Indian dialect. Because I think a lot of them escaped and went to live in the Carib Islands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them in all through Central America and stuff. You
Yeah,
know,
I heard of them. So the Punta, I got to look into that because I worked with a few people from Honduras before, and I used to be like, yo, I like to take a look out there and see how it is, man. I believe you guys are close to Costa Rica. Forgive me if I'm wrong.
El Salvador,
So, okay.
Belize, which was British Honduras at one time.
Yeah. Right.
It's Costa Rica, Guatemala, Nicaragua.
Yeah.
And Panama.
Yeah, Panama. Yeah, man. Let me ask because I'm from Flatbush. There's a bar on Bedford where all the Panamanians go to, Michelle's. I know you heard of.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of Honduras cats in there on Bedford. And
Crown Heights was notorious for Panamanians. Crown Heights,
my God.
Franklin Avenue, and stuff like that.
Yeah, Franklin Avenue. The parade they be having out there, they be.
Yeah. When I first came to the United States, people used to call me Panamanian. Like, nah, man. People never heard of Honduras. You know, it's like people never heard of Honduras and stuff. You know, but people used to call me Panamanian and stuff.
The Panamanians, they sound like Jamaican, like curse up your ass.
Yeah. Well, you know, black people in Central America, they come from the Caribbean islands.
Yeah.
You know, when slavery was abolished in the Caribbean, they was allowed to move around. And also a lot of them came when the Panama Canal was being built.
Yeah.
They came to work and stuff, you know.
Yeah,
but the Honduras is Spanish and Caribbean culture.
Yeah.
So you know, when I did eat those foods, I ate the best of foods. You know.
Yeah. So I'm saying I thought he used to go to Michelle's, the Panamanian spot where they all be linked with the Honduran people. They be out there.
Well, Honduras people don't really, you know, we just go Gershwin. You know, Gershwin Park at Linden Boulevard in East New York.
Oh, okay.
Pennsylvania. Every Sunday back in the 80s and 90s, people in Honduras used to gather there. They have soccer games. They have all the foods there. All the, you know, and I used to go there all the time. My mother and my father. And stuff.
Speaking of foods, what's your diet like? You know, I know you from what I recall, you subscribe to the vegan diet.
Yes, that's my diet now. You know,
he's glowing, man. Got that glow.
Oh yeah, thank you. You know, but my black woman, she cooks. You know, that's a lot of times when you hook up with a black woman, and y'all have the same diet, the same mind rather. You know, the same. Y'all like the same foods and everything. You know, I can't cook all that vegan stuff. She could make eggs that taste and look like eggs from plants and stuff. It tastes like egg, look like eggs, you know, and stuff.
Wait, so how long have you been vegan, and was your choice to be vegan? Did the nation influence your choice to become vegan?
Oh no, the nation. You know, when we got knowledge of self, we get the dietary law, but back then it was like no pork. But we were still eating steak, you know, tuna fish and things of that nature. As we got older and started doing a lot of studying and stuff like that, we learned, you know, other foods are not good, you know. So I stopped eating red meat, probably like 89, 90. I just stopped eating red meat. But I was still eating chicken, fish, turkey. And about 3 years ago, when me and my black woman got together, you know, we were like, you know what? We just going to eliminate all the meat, and we just going to go vegan. And it's crazy because back in the days, I used to laugh at vegans. I was like, oh man, I ain't gonna never be no vegan and stuff like that. You know, and I'm getting older. Like I said, I'm equality knowledge. You know that's 61. You know, and as you get older, your health, you gotta take care of yourself. You know, when you're young, your body takes care of itself. As you get older, you have to take care of your body and stuff. You know, and it's a brother by the name of Melchizedek. I don't know if you know Melchizedek.
Melchizedek, yeah. The older God, yeah.
He's 86 years old.
He looks good.
He looked like he's 40. You know,
sharp with it too.
Yeah. I see them running across the street on 125th. I'm like, he's 80 some years old, and and I want to look like that when I'm 80 some years old.
Yeah.
I want to be here for the 75th year of hip hop.
Yeah.
I made it to the 50, and 75th year of hip hop, I'll be 85.
That's peace, man.
So hopefully I still be around and stuff.
Yeah.
Man.
So what gave you what made you okay? So it was just basically a health choice. Now you
Right.
said you've been with your black woman now for 3 years.
Right.
So obviously you don't have no problem pulling them in this day and time. So you gotta give the younger brothers some game.
Well, we've known each other for a long time, since the early 90s. And then, they said if you love somebody, let them go. If they come back, then it was meant for you. So we went our ways, went through our separate worlds, and we came back. Today's mathematics is born, she's to be complete. We went through, from knowledge to born, but we back to knowledge. So we completed the cipher, and now we are on our journey to love, peace, and happiness.
It's a beautiful thing, man. Salute to that, man. That's beautiful.
You know what? I would like to do some episode with the gods and the earths together, building about relationships and things like that. I think that's something that the public should see. Because normally there's like just gods out there, gods. I would like to have earth up at one point, and then God and the earth together building.
I would definitely love to see more earths. Like you said, when you see interviews, it's only gods, it's gods. So people that are watching the interviews, like, where the women at?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to see more. I was telling the God, you gotta get the earth, to explain about the earth. Who else better to talk about the earth than the earth?
Exactly.
Indeed, God.
I believe that would encourage more to get in look for refinement, because a lot of women are on this journey. Some of them out there in this journey are refining themselves. Like when you see a woman shave her head and whatever, she's cleansing herself.
Right.
And a lot of them are becoming very susceptible to these false teachings online.
Definitely.
These false relationship gurus.
But these conscious individuals and these
you got these
conscious individuals are sexually perverted.
Yes, you got these fake relationship gurus that be on a phone screaming all day. Men ain't nothing. The narcissist. Man. The narcissist is this.
And they be the worst ones. They be the worst ones.
You heard. You got the brothers out there like that other brother, that Derek Jackson, who had a sister like, oh my God, I want to be like him. And he got caught red-handed. Yeah, I said his name, Derek Jackson. He got caught red-handed out there. It's true. Like, they know who to target.
Yeah. They target women. Good morning, beautiful goddess, and good morning, my beautiful goddess, and all the goddesses, and all that goddess stuff. Because a lot of sisters need upliftment.
Yeah.
They come with the words, and they great with the words.
Exactly. All that nonsense. I would drink your bathwater with petals in the like, shut up. Like,
exactly.
For real. We need to get an earths on here, because
definitely.
I think the sisters will love it, because I showed my sister a video. I showed my lady a video one time of the earths in Harlem, out in Mecca, and she loved the way they dress. She's like, oh, that's beautiful, the head wrap and how they do it. Not much makeup is required. I'm like, that's how they do it. It's very plain.
As a matter of fact, next month, March, the third month, because Earth is the third planet, is Earth Appreciation Rally. Next month is the Earth Appreciation Rally. And all of the Earths that come to the parliaments, well, not just the Earths, Black women that come, they give them roses, rose, and the gods feed them, because they have a feast, the gods feed them and stuff, so we acknowledge the earth, and we appreciate the earths in our nation. Like I said, the earths, they are unique. Like the earth is a unique planet that bears life. The Black women in the 5% nation are unique women, because it's hard being God, but it's hard being the earth. It's even harder being the earth.
Yeah, and shout out to all the earth, because I be seeing You know what I'm saying? When I was single, man, you cannot catch no earth out there, man. they not trying to hear you, bro.
Nah,
They
nah.
don't take it. Like you, like damn. Like,
Because if a
Yeah.
brother approached them, most first of all, if when the sisters, whether they Muslims or
yeah.
Israelites and they dress in their culture, the
Mhm.
brothers on the corner, they're not gonna say nothing to her.
Yeah.
They might say, "Oh, peace, sister," and that's about it. But
Yeah.
they're not gonna be like, "Yo, let me holler at you,"
Yeah.
because they see how you coming already, and they know you're not for the BS. So
Exactly.
they try to holler at you.
They don't even look at you because where I live
No.
at, we seen a lot of Muslim sisters. Like they don't even look your way. They like they just
Yeah.
like I'm like damn.
That's kind of like how the Earths are, though.
Yeah, they're not saying anything to
The
you.
Earths, nah, they don't. Nah.
Well, in the culture, when I got knowledge, I was taught that just say peace to the earth
That's it.
and keep it moving.
That's
That's
it.
it.
Don't ask no questions, nothing. If you see her doing anything wrong or whatever, you go tell her God.
Yeah.
If you
Right.
tell her, but you don't say nothing to her. Just say peace, earth, and keep it moving.
That's exactly. That's
And
how it is.
that's how I am to this day. Peace, earth.
Yeah,
And
me
I'm
too.
moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it moving.
I don't know. No eye contact. I'm very
Right.
straightforward. Yeah.
So, they my sisters. I don't look at them with a lustful eye
Exactly.
Exactly.
and stuff like that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's pretty.